Welcome back. In today's video, we're doing something a bit different. We're combining 3 of our previous deep dives into SolidWorks and point clouds to show you the ultimate workflow. And it all starts right here at Bridge Sheet Metal, where we bridge the gap between digital precision and real-world fabrication. Let's get into it. Taming the data dragon. Ever look at a high-tech 3D scan of a house and think, wow, that's gorgeous. Let me just drop that into SolidWorks and design some custom sheet metal panels? Yeah, don't do it. Unless, of course, you enjoy watching your high-end engineering computer turn into a very expensive, frozen paperweight that smells slightly like burning circuits. You see, a raw architectural point cloud is made of millions, sometimes billions, of tiny, chaotic dots. If you try to force SolidWorks to read every single one of those coordinates, it completely panics. It's like trying to drink from a fire hose while reading a dictionary. It is flat out impossible without a powerhouse translator like Think of Design X as the ultimate personal trainer for heavy data. First, we take that massive cloud and put it on a serious diet. We segment it, chopping away the extra trees and dirt we don't need. Then comes the magic trick: decimation. To explain it to a layman, we take a million tiny triangles that form the rough skin of the house, and we intelligently dissolve the flat areas into larger, simpler shapes, while keeping the sharp edges perfectly crisp. We trim the fat, but keep the muscle. Instead of a system-crushing multi-gigabyte monster, we hand SolidWorks a lean, mean, optimized visual template. And what's truly mind-blowing is the finite accuracy we can preserve. Because Design X compresses the data intelligently, we aren't just getting a vague, blocky shape of a house. Look closely at the model. The siding texture is right there. The window frames are sharp. You can even see the lounge chairs out on the patio deck, and the interior furniture perfectly defined. We are talking about bringing real-world, millimeter-level accuracy straight onto an engineering drawing plane. It means we can sketch, dimension, and unfold precision, shop-ready sheet metal parts that will fit the actual building perfectly on the very first try. No field errors, no guessing, just pure, calibrated craftsmanship, bridging the gap between physical reality and manufacturing excellence. Mesh to metal. The only way to SolidWorks. Look at this beautiful point cloud, truly a work of art. But if you've ever tried to shove a raw, multi-gigabyte point cloud straight into SolidWorks, you already know the tragic result. SolidWorks looks at those billions of random dots, throws its hands up in the air, and crashes your entire workstation into the next dimension. Enter Geomagic Design X 2026 Pro. Honestly, it's the only way to go if you want to turn a cloud of digital chaos into something SolidWorks can actually digest. Right here, we're converting that raw scan into a crisp, triangulated mesh. And thanks to the decimation tools, we can slash the file size down by 85% while protecting the critical boundaries. Your PC's RAM will thank you. We save out our clean mesh, fire up SolidWorks, and boom, it parses perfectly. No smoke pouring out of your CPU. Now, the real fun begins. By jumping into a section view, we can slice right through the house. This lets us see exactly what we need to manipulate. We can model the structure, extract reference geometry, and build a precise CAD file tailored perfectly for fabrication. If you're designing custom sheet metal cladding to wrap around the outer skin of this building, this is your holy grail. Every bend, every flange, completely accurate to the real-world build. Now, let's wrap this up by looking back at Geomagic Design X 2026.1 Pro. It does an incredible job capturing the entire landscape. Look at those pretty trees, the garden, the fence. It's breathtaking. It really is. But let's be real for a second. You can't exactly bend a sheet metal panel over a digital oak tree. Sometimes, what's pretty isn't practical for real-world fabrication. When you need to get a messy environment cleaned up, sliced open, and rebuilt into flawless engineering data, we've determined that Design X is absolutely the only way to go. Now go forth and clad that building. When you're engineering precision custom sheet metal components for complex architectural features, field measurements demand absolute perfection. A standard tape measure simply won't cut it on a multi-story radius facade. That's why we leverage advanced reality capture technology. We began this project with 23 separate raw laser scans, creating a massive point cloud over 1.4 gigabytes in size. It takes an elite level of technical expertise to manipulate data of this scale. Using specialized engineering tools like Geomagic Design X, we consolidated the data, stripped away environmental noise, and optimized the mesh density. The result? A highly detailed native SolidWorks model that our CAD stations can seamlessly process. We trace the true physical curves of the building structure to fabricate custom panels that fit flawlessly on site, the very first time.
And you can see that because this is super hot. I can keep my hand planted here forever. And I can only do that because the material in these gloves, they come in awesome colors. I can grab this right here. They come in awesome colors. I can grab this right here.
And that wraps up how we take complex point clouds and bring them directly into SolidWorks to create something tangible. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch today. Your interest and support mean a lot. If you have any questions or ideas, drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next project.